Most businesses in 2025 are failing, and it's not because they have a bad offer. It's simply because there's not enough outreach being put out there. There's not enough people getting targeted on X, on LinkedIn, on email the right way. So in this video, I'm going to really show you guys how we're going to be able to scrape leads using these social platforms as well as email to be able to go out and get leads. Most people depend on referrals, they depend on their content, and people strolling by, walking in the door, offering them money. Well, that's just simply unrealistic. It's not going to happen. And what you need to do is be able to go on the offense, be able to reach out to these people, find your target ICP, and then be able to sell to them in a way that's going to work for you and it's going to benefit them. So let's get started. All right, so we're going to go over X. We're going to go over how we're going to be able to scrape leads on X, go through it. Of course, we're going to go step by step of what is the highest likelihood that you're going to book a sales call all the way to the cold approach, and then just being able to go through it, scraping leads in a more efficient way. So, of course, the most high percentage chance you're going to close someone are people that DM you, they like your post, they're replying to your post. So go through your own personal posts, see people that fit within your demographic, and reach out to them. Are they qualified? Do they earn as much as you would want to give someone your offer? Depending on what your offer is, of course. So I'm doing lead generation through cold email marketing. So I'm going to find people that have agencies, maybe ghostwriters, coaches, different people that I can help out on a consistent revenue basis. So of course, you're going to want to go through those comments, see that. But let's say we want to go for ghostwriters. Just type into the search bar, ghostwriters. Simple as can be sometimes. So then you're going to see some of the top people here. Godwin, let's look through here. Excellent. LinkedIn's #1 reply guy, help creators and ghostwriters get more growth and visibility. So he's doing replies for people. The service, you're able to see kind of what it is, where it is that you can kind of just go into the DMs, talk to them. And if you wanted to really organize this list, go here, add to a list, be able to just put them on a specific list. So then instead of just going, messaging, coming back, searching, messaging, take an hour, just search through, put everyone on a list, and then go back and then DM them, find the right people that you're going to be able to do, research them, and then message them something that's actually going to be personalized to them. The worst thing you can do is just DM them some kind of basic message that you can automate to 1 million people, because the bar is so low for outreach. You just do a little bit of personalization and you are better than 80% of people that do outreach, which is insane. So, of course, Talon is a great ghostwriter, one of the best that I've seen on X as well. Ghostly, I know he runs that with Dakota as well. So just be able to go on a site. All right, this is a full landing page. This is where you're able to understand someone's business. You're able to see what they're doing. Great social proof, some of the best people in the space. And you're able to see kind of what they're able to do, who they work for. Maybe this is an agency that doesn't have cold email approach. Maybe this is someone that I would reach out to them, because it is just based within finding people that maybe have that missing piece that you're able to fill. So just looking through these types of pages, being able to understand the business fully and what they're offering, and then catering your message towards that. So then you can throw Talon or Dakota on that specific list for me. That's what I would do from there. So just continually searching. You can do that. Ghostwriters, coaches, whatever you want. Just be able to look through other people's accounts, see what's going to best fit. Kevin's a great writer. Ghostwriter for CEOs, brand builder, ex-educator. These are a lot of people that you could find. Another method of being able to find people, we went through the replies. We have went through searching people right up. Next, just go through people's followings. See, all right. So if we're going to go for Kevin, I ghost ran 7-figure accounts for a living. Sexy Harry Potter. That's great. So then we're going to go here. Just be able to understand his business a little bit more. $97 free video course awaits. Great. And this is what I mean with just getting more in detail. A lot of people would say, oh, well, it's a newsletter. I'm not learning anything from here. Watch the video. Put in your email. Give him your email. You're able to learn more about him. You're able to learn more about the business. You're able to learn more about what it's like to be in one of his customers' shoes. And then you're able to sell him better. I mean, that's just the fact of it. You want to be able to go through their own customer experience so you can help enhance that experience, or be able to help ghostwriting, whatever you do, you want to go through their customer process to be able to understand from a customer's perspective what their business is like and what they may be missing. So you can continually do that. So that's kind of the three main prongs I would suggest for scraping leads on X. Put people into a list where you're able to organize it, and then create a different time slot where then you're able to do more personalized outreach. So it's research, outreach. And of course, give them some value. Give them something that's worth anything. No one leads value nowadays because they're just kind of going straight for the sale, because there's so many people that the thought is it's just easy to reach out to a million people and hope one sticks. But if you reach out to 20 people with quality messages and free deliverables, you're probably going to get half of them replying to you at least. So make sure you do that. But we're going to go through now LinkedIn scraping and just the different tools we can go through there. So on to LinkedIn. All right, everyone. Welcome to the LinkedIn account. I love LinkedIn lately. It's great. So many leads on here, so many ways to just organize it, even better than X. Just search methods can be a lot easier. So first things first, what you can do, an optional thing, which I highly recommend if you're fully on LinkedIn looking for leads, is get LinkedIn Premium, get Sales Nav. So we're going to go straight to Sales Nav here because this is just the most effective way to look for people, just simply put. So we're going to go to accounts, or we're going to go to leads. These are they give me recommended leads from the system. They give me, well, this is my Dream 100 list of people that I found to be in my demographic. But let's go and look through. Like, we're going to build our own lead list. Create lead list. Example for dope YouTube. That is what we're doing today. So let's say search for leads. Great. Now we're here. Usually try to go for the company headcount. I go 10 to 50, 1 to 10, 11 to 50. Don't really go into that as much. So seniority level, probably for myself, I'm going to go for owners, partners, anyone at the C-suite level, directors we can even put in. And then industry. Great. I want to work with recruitment firms. Here we go. New technology that they're able to scrape leads from and be able to pursue. So this is just a demographic that I can particularly target. We already have 98K results. So now we want to, of course, dwindle that list down. Let's go into, here we go, posted on LinkedIn, 26,000. This just means that they posted on LinkedIn within the last 30 days. And then this is that they changed job within the 90. I don't really need that. Shared experiences. This could be a good way or a good in for specific messages. And boom, 437 people. So let's see. Director, owner, Stafford Lawrence. So these are, I'm actually going to save this list. It's a really good list. So these are good recruitment agencies that I have commonalities with, where I'm able to connect with them on some kind of common ground and be able to show off some experience and be able to get straight to them, see exactly what their pain points are, what they're looking for, and be able to help out in the best way I can. So this is just a good method of reaching out. And of course, it's so simple being able to just put into the search. You can mess around with this. Of course, I'm going to move my face over here. If you wanted to be able to find a little bit more, I want people to speak English because I speak English. So go here, years of experience, school, blah, 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 geography, if there's a specific location you're looking for. Any kind of search is very simple here. So really recommend you get Sales Nav if you're on LinkedIn a lot. But of course, there's many other ways. There is looking at people that comment on your post. And then of course, more of the search method. So be able to do, let's say, coaches, of course. We are able to see different groups. You can join groups. Make sure you do not pitch anyone if there is a very specific rule in groups against pitching and things like that. So just make sure you follow the rules of all the groups that are coming out, but really take advantage of that. You're able to see a lot of people just from a quick search. So be able to just take advantage of that to the best of your ability. Now, there is a system that I do want to show you that I think is a bit of a bonus here, but we're going to go to HeyReach. So HeyReach is a great system for connecting with people automatically. I don't suggest using HeyReach for automated replies. I have tried it before. You can see I've tried it before, but I don't recommend it because it is automated. It is not personal at all, and people hate listening to those or hate even receiving those messages, and it does hurt your credibility a bit. So I would avoid those kinds of things with this tool, although you are able to use that for this tool. Drippy is also a tool you could use that for on X. But here is my campaign. So this is a very new campaign. So you're able to see just kind of the connection requests I'm sending out from 3 days ago, where I send out 18. But I'm basically taking this list that I have in SalesNav, I'm plugging it into HeyReach, and it's sending out a specific amount of connections a day. So sequence performance looks like this. I like the post, 3 hours later, I send a connection request. They can either accept it, and then that's pretty much the end of it, or 2 days later, not accepted. I was going to add another repeat connection request, but that's really just simple. It's just I'm liking their post and then I'm connecting with them. That's just going to be able to help you generate more leads, people that are able to accept your request, want to talk to you. There could be someone that could be beneficial to work with. So really just recommend doing that. Just another way to save some time on the automation side, and then being able to message them. Of course, you can in-mail message them with SalesNav, but you only have a limited amount of messages you can use. So I recommend doing this method to be able to automate the process a bit more. So now, just going into detail, this is really it for LinkedIn. So just be able to take advantage of this system, and then now onto email. Cold email, in my opinion, is the most underrated system to use. There are not enough people using it because people think cold email is dead. People think, oh, I don't know how to set it up. It's too much work to be able to do that. And people even think, oh, I just don't know how to send out that much volume. And you can send out a lot of volume through cold email in an effective way and personalized, but you have to learn the systems around it. So in this video, I'm going to go over the systems of how you can scrape leads using a ListKit, and then be able to use that, put it into an email campaign where you can then take full advantage for your specific niche. All right, let's get into it. All right, so this is ListKit. I'm just going to go over a simple strategy that people use to be able to scrape leads. The site really makes it easy. So the first method is just use what they give you. They have predefined filters right here through the B2B search, where you go through it. Decision makers at e-com companies, marketing agencies, med spas, dental clinics, you name it, have a lot of different pre-created filters of just who to reach out to for that. Now, of course, you could save your own filters. I do for recruitment, staffing, video editors, and then my own personal ListKit email scraping. So you can do a lot of different things with these filters, but let's say we'll make our own for now, just for this exercise. So industry, let's go into IT services and consulting for this example. So I want to target CEOs for this. So we're just going to put that in here. Of course, it's loading results, but we're going to be able to put in more filters. So 1 to 50 employees, the people, what I want their titles to be. So CEO, founder, owner, CMO, people at the top, head of marketing. All right, keep putting them in. Just different levels of people that I want to reach out to. Now, there is a really cool filter, because you might be thinking, I want to reach out to every single position at one company, because then it feels like I'm just spamming the entire company. There is a cool feature here around the checkout where max people per company, you could just put 1, and then it'll only reach out to 1 person per company. And I'll show you how many matches you have if you do that. Now, of course, if you take this out, there are probably a lot more. Yeah, there we go. So you're able to see this. Now, there's, of course, country, city, state, a lot more filters that you're going to be able to put into here. This is your existing filters. And then being able to see how you want to break it down. Like, what is the type of systems that they use within IT, and just what are the services, what are the keywords that this company would need? What's the hiring? So what does all of this look like? It scrapes a lot from LinkedIn, as well as a lot of information. So just being able to see this. Now, if we want to be able to say, all right, I have 219,000 people, but I want to get more specific, let's go to data visualization. This is a great tool. You're able to just see, all right, everyone here is in IT services and consulting. This is everyone's positions. Let's say I show more. Let's see more here. Let's say I don't want marketing managers anymore. I can just take them right off the list. They'll update, boom, new list, or just updated list of the people. I can see the company sizes. All right, so everyone here, for the most part, is in the 1 to 10 range. I'm gonna move this. Everyone here is in the 1 to 10 range. And then there's 94,000 in the 11 to 50. You're able to see the countries. Maybe you want to, okay, let's say, for example, here, I don't want India. I want the US, maybe some of Europe as well. So Pakistan, I don't want either. So just be able to look through different companies that you want to work with. You'll be able to see top 5. All right, Turkey, just English speaking countries. Just be able to take those out. And then, bam, you have a lot more of a targeted email list. You're then able to scrape these leads when you go to checkout. You want the email, you want the phone, you want the email plus phone, takes different credits, and they do triple verified lead verification. You can skip that. I don't recommend that. It's probably good to have triple lead verification because you want to make sure that these leads aren't people that retired 10 years ago. I've worked at many companies that have had those systems. They're definitely not beneficial when you take all this time to reach out to people and they're not even there. So make it one person per company, 172. Lead quality. So how many people do you want to redeem? How many people do you want to get from your search? So my available credits is 10,500. So let's say I want to take out 5,000 and then I redeem the credits. Then boom, I have that. Then we could send it to SmartLead, which is a great transition because that is the next system I'm going to show you now. So just a quick overview of SmartLead. Once you have that list of leads, you're going to then take it, upload it to the CSV file. You're going to go into the sequences. You're going to type out what kind of sequences you want, what variables you want, basically what's going to give you. All right, you have this LinkedIn profile, this. It's going to kind of personalize it according to what information you have or want to enter in. There's a variant, so there is a split testing option where you're able to put in different types of emails so you can test a couple different ones. I recommend doing that for emails specifically and DMs as well, just because you're able to see what works, test it, see what performs better, and then keep using new variables. I mean, there's whole different systems with this, and it's a numbers game. I mean, you want to test the numbers against each other and then see what's the best performing way so you can be the most efficient. So then you're going to follow up. What is going to be the next one? You're going to send a manual step email. So you're going to wait this many days before you send this follow-up email, and then you could add another step. You could send, I recommend like 7 at least steps of follow-ups. People feel bad. They're like, I don't want to annoy you, but most of the sales are done in the follow-up. So for every person that gets upset at you for being able to follow up with them, there's someone out there that's going to buy from you because you did that exact same action. So don't feel discouraged by anyone being like that. So then you go up to setup, then final review, then you submit your campaign, name your campaign. Great. That's really the system, the entire system. Now, of course, to do this, you have to build out email infrastructure. You have to be able to build out first you have to purchase domains. Then you have to connect to a Google admin or a Microsoft admin. You have to add DNS records. You have to create those inboxes, connect to SmartLead, be able to build it off to ListKit. That is specifically what I do within my service. We handle the cold email infrastructure, so you don't have to deal with adding DNS records and STMP, all those different types of code where it really just becomes a pain in the ass for people. So that's something that I handle. For shameless plug for anyone that is interested in being able to have those inboxes set up for them, and then of course running the sequences. So this is a way that you can do it yourself. So understand these are the systems that I use. These are the systems that you need. So be able to take full advantage of that. So that's really the details behind scraping accounts from X, LinkedIn, email. So I really hope you actually take these lessons to heart and be able to implement them, because there's so many people that do not understand how to be able to do this and how to do this effectively, where they're missing out on sales. 80% of people, I would assume 80% of people are the ones that are just posting content, just hoping that people are going to walk to their door. They'll DM people asking if they're going to buy. When they say they're probably not interested or they seem annoyed, they just back off right away. Those are the people that are just simply not going to make it. You have to do outreach, and you have to do targeted outreach, not annoying, pestering, automated DM outreach, but purposeful outreach through email and through DMs on X and LinkedIn. So I really hope you take this lesson to heart, because if you implement these steps, it's going to change your business. So thanks again, and until